Mm, my name is Buyera, head teacher in Mbale Secondary School. We are concluding week 2 of term 1 2022 academic year. So far, I think we have not got any major challenge. We have majorly been welcoming senior 1s and senior 5s who have reported in fairly big numbers. Our continuing students have also now this week responded back to school. Contrary to what we expected, we are actually seeing more numbers of students. Actually, our student population has grown from what we have always had of 4,350. The last count we made this week, middle of this week, we had 4,600 students. So that's an increment of about 250 students. So on the contrary, what we expected that maybe would have a drop in the population, but in the enrollment, but we are seeing many students have returned, but also we have got a significantly large number of students from joining us from other schools, but especially S1 is the largest class, and then senior 4, and then followed by senior 6. Senior 5, the response is still a little lukewarm, but they are also coming. So far, the last count, we expect to have about 800 senior 5s. So far, I think those who have shown up are so far about 650. But we hope that by the end of the month, given that this was January and many parents have been challenged maybe with salary and fees, if they are waiting for their January salary to bring the students. So, all in all, we have recovered, I think, quite fast. Now, as you are aware, Mbale had online lessons, and those online lessons only covered a small section of the students who were able. But we agreed with the parents and the students that when they come back, we shall give them handouts of the work that has been covered in the online lessons, so that it is revised together with those who didn't benefit. So we have covered both groups. If you attended online lessons, you are going to do revision. If you didn't, the teachers are going to go through the work. And how have they done this? Is by preparing. We had already prepared those notes in form of handouts in advance, even before we opened for the whole school, for those at least in the continuing classes apart from senior 1 and 5, senior 2, 3, 4 and 6. So we have covered that gap, and everything is going on smoothly. The teachers have started teaching using the abridged syllabus that was given to us by NCDC. We continue to train our teachers on the best way to handle the new syllabus, the new curriculum of S1 and S2, but also the abridged curriculum for the continuing classes S3, 4, and senior 6. So I think we are moving on well. As I talk tomorrow, we have a training of teachers, the whole school. We are going to refresh a training for our teachers of Mbale. We have hired experts from National Curriculum Development Center and what we call regional master trainers to come and refresh them on the new lower secondary school curriculum of NCDC, but also on the abridged, how to prepare for teaching students using the abridged curriculum. So we hope that next week we should be able to settle down and really teach our students.
Okay.
Yes, fortunately, we are to register a single student who either conceived or gave birth during this time. Maybe it is still too early, but by now, in end of 2 weeks, we should have gotten information. If they are there, they have not showed up, or if they are there, they have not revealed themselves. So our official record is that we have not received a single student who is either pregnant or who has given us information, or whom we have gathered information that they have given birth or they gave birth during the lockdown extended holiday. So we thank God for that. We pray that none of them was affected, or if there is any, maybe they gave birth much earlier than schools began, and it wasn't necessary to inform us. But so far as we stand, we haven't got any student affected by that situation of pregnancy or of being a child mother. We want to implore the parents to try to make sure that children come back to school. I've seen when I walk the community, sometimes I see children still at home, including even young ones in primary schools. I don't know what the reason could be. Either maybe the parents are not doing well economically, but my prayer is that let's, as parents, try to send these children to school, regardless of the economic status of the parent. If you don't have funds, please go and talk to school authorities. But apart from that, we have schools that belong to Universal Secondary Education Program of government and also UPE. Yes, they pay some little money, but it's not as much as the private schools or those non-used schools. So we implore our parents, please bring the children to school. The only way to inculcate values and morals in our students and the pupils is by making them stay as long as possible at school. When he's at school, you can be sure that he'll turn out to be a better citizen. But when you leave them out there, we cannot control them. They're still too young and they will get influenced by bad groups. And that's not what we want. Let's talk to the authorities. If you don't have fees at a go, come and talk to the schools. All schools are now they are now flexible. Even our new students, normally we ask for them school fees, full fees from them when they come. But this time we said, if you're a new student, please pay what you have. Buy uniform, pay whatever percentage of tuition you have, so that the child begins. We don't want any child to remain behind, because they will not be able to cover. We are moving very fast now. We are covering work which was missed. So we needed to be sure that everyone is at school for maximum benefit.